All right, guys, we are going to do a quick tip. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. It's just going to touch on one key thing about the throw, and this is just going to kind of be a video between the videos. If you don't know, for the next few weeks, we're talking about sidearms. The first week was about the control, off-axis torque, get a little bit more wrist control, and where to put the disc in your hand to best help eliminate off-axis torque on your sidearm. But that's those videos. Today, to try to keep it as quick as possible, we're going to talk about throwing up shots with putters and mids. It's very scary for a lot of people. You know, when you're not doing your sidearm very well in general, it's very scary to attempt to throw a putter or mid as any kind of approach shot. It's very intimidating. You know, you're already throwing your drivers and they look like this, so why in the world would you even attempt a putter? Well, let's take a look. We're going to take a look at me sidearming this to the basket behind you guys here. It's probably about 200 feet away. We're not going to give it much power at all. We're not going to throw our body into it. We're not going to really crush on it. All we're going to do is we're going to use our middle finger to judge distance, and we're just going to give it a nice little pop. That's all we're going to do. All right. What I'm going to demonstrate is we're going to do a Hyzer. Then I'm going to force one over on an Hyzer, and I'm going to try to keep one as flat as possible for you. I'm going to use different discs. They're all going to be putters and mids. This yellow one will be a Suspect, the pink one will be a Compass, and then the pinkish beigeish one will be a Harp. So let's go with a standard Hyzer. We're going to do that with a Suspect. Notice these three key points in each of these throws. When I'm attempting to throw a Hyzer or any of the shots, I'm going to use my shoulders to dictate the angle of the release of the disc. Using your shoulders like this with your right shoulder down, left shoulder up, it's going to produce that more natural Hyzer angle, as long as you keep the wing of the disc down. The wing of the disc is going to be the outside edge of the disc. You're keeping it down, again, even further pushing the fact that you want to throw a Hyzer. And then finally the wrist. The wrist is loose, allowing the disc to cock back to where you're just going to push with your middle finger and let it just fling out of your hands. You know, a loose wrist is going to generate a lot of power on just a little wrist flick. Now we have the Compass. We're going to give this one, we're going to go a little flatter with it. And then finally, we're going to go with the Harp, and I'm going to force it over on a little bit of Hyzer. Perfect. All right, as you've seen with those shots, there was no crazy run-up. There was not a ton of arm play. Basically, all I was doing was I was taking my middle finger and I was feeling and popping the disc. That's all I was doing. Just making that middle finger. It's going to be the last point of contact. Doesn't matter if it's the soft approach sidearms or the, you know, aggressive power sidearms. Doesn't matter what kind of sidearm, really. This middle finger, the pad of this middle finger, is going to be your last point of contact for most of you. Yeah, especially for this goes for me, so I'm hoping it goes for most of you. And that's what helps me dictate touch, you know, power, control, even the angles. You know, a combination of, you know, this pad and then the disc resting with these two. Let me grab a disc. So this pad sitting in there on the rim, like, you know, sitting in there on the rim. Come on, camera, there you go. It's not actually on the rim. The middle finger, if you look, is pushed between the flight plate and the rim where it meets and down in that groove. Don't put your fingers pushing towards the rim. And then these two fingers here dictate my angles. And the last second, when the disc comes out of my hand, basically I'm just pushing with my middle finger and I'm controlling the angle with that. Does that make sense? So this is just a super quick, testing a little different style. This is super quick, straight to the point. Hopefully I'm not rambling too much. filler video between my main videos that are going to go out on every Tuesday. You guys like this style? You like this format? Did you get something out of it? If you're looking for more detailed oriented videos, like talking about off-axis torque, release angles, proper grips, getting more distance, things like that, stay tuned every Tuesday. Those are going to be our longer videos where I really break down those main key components. So if you guys liked it, thumbs up, sub, ring the little bell, do all that fun YouTube stuff. And if you guys want to follow along, I post, comments, questions, form reviews. You can follow me on social media, links down below. As always, guys, be better than yesterday, be dynamic, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. I just had to put that one in there. I just randomly think about it, and just be you, dude. Ma'am, sir, be you. As always, guys, be better than yesterday. I totally butchered that intro. You're still watching. There should be, 2 videos right here. You're still watching me ramble. This video was supposed to be over. I'm leaving. You can click on one of those videos. I'm out.